Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of chemistry. And of course, in this episode, we are going to be looking at an interesting topic, which is what? Water pollution. Water pollution. All right, do not forget to like this video. I beg, before we continue now, just pause everything you are doing. Click on that like button. Do it now. If I do it, waiting no good. Okay, liking the video will make other students easily find this video. I be, you know what made they pass me. Alright, please click on that like button immediately so that they will easily find these videos. Do not forget to subscribe too. Subscribe. Click on that red subscribe button below this video now. Alright, it will make you get notifications whenever we release a new video. And do not forget to share this video to your loved ones. Don't click on that share button after you are done with the video and share to your Facebook, to your WhatsApp, to your friends. All right, let them also come and learn. Thank you very much. All right, so this video tutorial is sponsored by O3 School JAMB app. We're going to see a question from the app right now. This is 2001 question number 13. It is being displayed on your screen right now. The pollutant from petroleum spillage in rivers and lakes can be dispersed by A, they say pouring detergent, B, passing of ships through the area, C, pouring organic solvents, D, evaporation. If you are in an exam condition, what you go choose? Okay, but with this, you are going to get what answer to this question and many more questions at the end of the class. So please stay put, pin your bum down and stay put to the end of the class. All right. So water pollution basically or intrinsically or inherently is very harmful. Is harmful to both what? Humans and aquatic animals. Is harmful to humans and aquatic what? Animals. So that before you say, I know they stay for water now. Okay. So it's harmful to both humans and what? And aquatic what? Animals. All right. I will say water pollution refers to the what? Introduction of certain substances into what? Water. Certain harmful substances into what? Water that what? Renders water unsafe. That renders water unsafe for use, both domestically and what? And otherwise. Water pollution refers to the introduction of certain substances that renders water unsafe for use. Unsafe, you know, go come to use and wait no good again. Okay, and of course, it renders it what? Unsafe for use domestically and what? And otherwise. And of course, we say what? Those substances that are introduced into what? Water that renders it unsafe are called water pollutants. Water pollutants. They are called what? Water what? Pollutants. All right. So now what I'm going to do is to now what? Look at some what? As some pollutants. Okay. As some what? Pollutants, and then tell you how they render what? Water what? Unsafe for both what? Humans and aquatic animals. Number one is refuse. Okay. Number one is what? Is refuse. Okay. Refuse wastes. Okay, refuse waste. They are solid wastes. Refuse that was solid waste that are originating from man's daily activities. Okay, you chop biscuit, you throw it for ground. You chop, you drink pure water, you throw it for ground. Okay, and it's nothing groom, Okay, it should not be like that. Okay, you should desist from doing so. You chop corn, you don't fling it. Okay, those wastes should be what? Burnt in incinerators. Okay, they should be burnt. It should be burnt in what? In incinerators. In incinerators. Okay, please take note of that. So we burn what? Refuse with what? We're supposed to burn refuse with what? With incinerators. All right. So we're not supposed to do what? Throw them what? Anywhere or anyhow. Okay. So refuse originate from what? Man's daily activities. They originate from man's daily what? Activities. Then number two, I want to look at what? Sewage. Number two, sewage. Sewage refers to wastewater. Sewage refers to what? To wastewater. This one refers to what? Wastewater. Okay? This can also be called what? Liquid waste. Liquid waste. Okay? You know liquid waste now. Like for example, your feces. Okay? Your feces. That is the shit now. The one where you the shit waiting no good. Your feces. Okay? Laundry waste. Could be what? Laundry waste. Okay? Laundry waste. Okay, could be urine, could be anything. All right. So those are what they are called liquid waste. That's wastewater. They are called what? Liquid waste. For example, like your feces, your urine, your laundry waste. So sewage is carried in underground pipes. Usually, we carry what? Sewage in underground pipes. In underground pipes. Underground. underground pipes that we call what? Sewers. Okay, sewage is what is carried in what? In underground pipes that we call what? Sewers. All right. So to dispose what? Sewers, or to dispose what? Sewage. Okay, we are supposed to what? To first of all treat them before disposal. We're supposed to treat them before disposal, or we can use them as fertilizers. Okay, we can also use them as fertilizers. All right. So to dispose sewage, say that well, first of all we treat them before disposal. Treatment before disposal. Before disposal, or what use them as what? As fertilizer. They're what? Useful as what? As fertilizers. All right. Then of course I'm going to say another one, which is what? Crude oil, which is the release of petroleum hydrocarbon into water. Okay, crude oil, the release of petroleum hydrocarbon into water. Sometimes you hear about oil spillage. Okay, so those of you in the Niger Delta, it's a common word. In fact, they can use oil spillage in fact, they can name somebody oil spillage. So where what oil is abundant, okay, you see what spillage of oil everywhere. Okay, therefore about destroying what aquatic what life. All right. So another what water pollutants is what is crude oil. Okay, which says the release of petroleum hydrocarbon, the release of petroleum hydrocarbon into water. Okay, it is better prevented for what? This oil spillage. Okay, it is all for crude oil release of hydrocarbon into water. It is better prevented and controlled. Okay, it's easier than what? We don't even do it at all. Then we want to now look for ways to be controlling it. Although there are a number of ways that we can use what to control what introduction of what petroleum hydrocarbon into what? Water, or the oil spillage. Okay, there are many ways you can control them. Okay, number one is what? Is controlled burning. Okay, number one is what? Is controlled burning. All right, so that instead of what just pouring them anywhere, we can what? Look for a place. All right, that what? We can what? Burn them. We cannot burn them. All right, so instead of what? Just spilling them everywhere. All right, control burning. Then number two, another one is what? Is what? Spraying what? Detergents. Spraying detergents. Okay, this is another way of what? Of controlling what? Oil spillage. Okay, instead of what? Just throwing them everywhere, you can what? Spray detergent on what? On them. Okay, spraying detergent in water. And then another one is using microorganisms. Number three, using what? Microorganisms. Using what? Microorganisms, another what? Method of what? Of controlling what? The release of what? Hydrocarbon what? Into water. So as an example of such microorganism is what? Is bacteria alcanivorous. Okay, an example of such what? Bacteria is what? Is bacteria, or such organism is what? Bacteria alcanivorous. Okay, when we use what? Bacteria what? Alcanivorous what? To control what? The release of petroleum hydrocarbon, or to control what? Oil spillage. Okay, we call that process bioremediation. Call it what? Bioremediation. All right, so please take note of that. So when we use microorganisms to what? To control what? Oil spillage or release of petroleum hydrocarbon into water, we call it what? That process bioremediation. Very important that we take note of that. Then, of course, another what? Way of another what? Water pollutant rather. Another water pollutant rather is what? Industrial and agricultural waste. Industrial and agricultural waste. Okay, waste that can come from what? Industry. Okay, maybe what? Heat. Okay, like those industries that what produce what? That do production a lot. Heat will be coming what? Heat that emanate from such industries are what? Are so much. Okay, chemical waste and fertilizers. Okay, like from the what? Agricultural what? Waste. Okay, so another what? Water pollutant is what? Industrial and agricultural waste. Okay, industrial and agricultural waste, such as what? Maybe heat. Okay, or that maybe what? Fertilizers. Okay, maybe what? Maybe heat. Maybe what? Maybe fertilizers. Okay, maybe it will be chemical waste. All right, could be what? Chemical waste. Maybe chemical waste. All right. all this type of waste, okay, that also all this type of, in fact, industries that emanate such amounts of heat, okay, all right, and farmlands, okay, that use a lot of fertilizers and chemical waste are not supposed to come close to water bodies at all right. So it's far away, you take it far away from where water bodies are, and go and do your thing there. Even industry should not be allowed to be sited in places that are close to water bodies, all right. So these are water pollutants that we have looked at today, and of course I've shown you the way to avoid them. All right, so I'm going to go to the O3 Schools JAMB app, the best JAMB CBT practice app. Your exam is a CBT exam, so you need a good CBT practice app like the O3 Schools JAMB app. All right, it's unarguably the best. Okay, highly recommended. Let's go to the 2001 number 13. So jump on Play Store, download. It says the pollutant from petroleum spillage in rivers and lakes can be dispersed. The pollutants from petroleum spillage, okay, that's crude oil, okay, from petroleum spillage in rivers and lakes can be dispersed by pouring detergent. All right, we say what is part of what is it? Okay, I've cleaned it. All right, so we can pour detergent to disperse them. B, passing of ships through the sea without and disperse it. No. C, pouring organic solvent. No. D, evaporation. No. The best way is pouring. One of the way of dispersing it is by pouring detergent. Let's see 1994 number 17. A major effect of oil pollution in coastal waters is they say destruction of marine life, which is the answer. You don't need another thing. So it destroys marine. It is harmful to aquatic animals. It destroys marine life. B, desalination of water. C, increasing the acidity of the water. D, detoxification of water. The correct answer will be destruction of marine life. 2022 number 39. Which is not a source of water pollution? Which is not a source of water pollution? A, sewage. Is it not? It is. B, carbon monoxide. Is it? C, oil spill. Is it? D, pesticides. Okay, so the correct one is what is carbon monoxide. It's not a water pollutant. All right, we talk about sewage. All right, we talk about carbon. We do not talk about carbon monoxide. We talk about oil spillage from crude oil. All right, then pesticides. That is agricultural waste. All right, so those are pollutants. All right, so now let's see the last question, 2023 number 6. Which of the following is a major contributor to water pollution? Which is a major contributor? A, natural erosion of rocks and soil. Okay. B, renewable energy sources like solar and wind power. C, discharge of untreated sewage and industrial wastewater. That's what we talked about it here. Treatment of untreated water. You say the way to dispose sewage by treating them before disposal or using them as fertilizer. I talk this thing waiting no good. I talk So the correct answer there will be what? Will be option C, which is this discharge of untreated sewage and industrial wastewater. All right. Then of course, that should be the last question we're discussing under this topic. All right, so there are thousands of other questions on this application. Go to the application, download it, start using it to practice your way to maximum results in your JAMB. All right, my name is Master T. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.